Hi, Kane Michael here, and welcome to the BridgePort Series, Handy Dandy Pros Edition. Brought to you by Go Fuck Yourself Production Company and Swear Not. Muppet receives her script from Leahy and she flicks her hair as she says, "Yes, Daddy." Muppet knows Lucifer is in the play and she's always loved him. She fantasizes about being with him. Lucifer watches her and he prays she nails the line. Lucifer tries to imagine what part of himself would best suit Muppet. Lucifer is one with the masses as God, but he has a lady friend already. Lucifer finds a man in the park masturbating to an old staticky porno, and he knows him well. This is Fisher Barnes, and he has never had a girlfriend. Lucifer talks to Leahy, and he has Leahy send Fisher a flyer for his ensemble. Fisher checks his mail, and he sees a recruiter pamphlet from Leahy, so he calls the number. 1-902-431-0496 he calls, and Lucifer answers. "I see you are interested in our main attraction, that bites," Lucifer says, and he asks Fisher if he has ever acted. Lucifer knows he has, and they talk for a while. Lucifer gives him the role of Jipper Creeps, and he is Cleopatra's boyfriend. Muppet is Cleopatra. The man Fisher is excited, and he pays the $45 membership, and he still has money to spare. Fisher does work for an international broadcasting network called SwearNet. He makes a good living and his family is from the moon. Hi, Kane Michael here, and this is the BridgePort Series, Handy Dandy Pros Edition. "Ouch," Bridgeport says, and he gets pecked by the rooster. "Those eggs," Bridgeport says to Jeffy in fever. Perseus is adjusting Bridgeport's ham radio, and he puts up a new antenna. Ricky rolls up with Blackie and he sees the situation with the eggs. Bridgeport is worried the eggs will hatch and there will be more males. Ricky walks up and he looks at Backgammon. "Maybe you should just let him have the eggs," Ricky says. It had been several weeks since the eggs had been laid and one of the eggs starts to move around. They see a beak come out of the egg's innards and his beak cracks the other egg. Before they knew it, there are two small chickens in the cage and Backgammon nudges them with his beak. Ricky says this calls for a celebration. He grabs a bottle of Lefty's Bridge liquor and they all do shots. Ricky drinks straight out of the bottle and he surrenders his keys to Bridgeport. They didn't know it, but two roosters had hatched and Backgammon was a dad. Backgammon knew they were his boys and he went into protection mode. Ricky eyes the rooster as he drinks and he envies his simple logic. Hi, welcome to the BridgePort Series, Handy Dandy Pros Edition, and this is brought to you by Go Fuck Yourself Production Company and Swear Not. Bridgeport decides to invite some friends and have a party in celebration of the chicks. It is a magnificent summer day, and the night is young. Bridgeport calls Garey and the car phone and Garey's Cutlass rings. The Cutlass prays Garey gets good news, and Garey answers the phone. He hears music, and Bridgeport invites him to a lawn party. Garey turns a wrench in his hands, and he says, "I'll head over." The Cutlass can't wait to get to the party with his new Pioneer sound system. "Good for him," Garey says, and he invites the wife and his son Jay for the show. Jay asks if he can bring his friend Sarah, and Garey says yes. They pile into the four-door Cutlass, and the Cutlass prays for the roadways. Garey starts the car, and the Pioneer speakers fill the car with grace. Wait until Lucifer sees these, the Cutlass thinks, and he wonders how he can be all-knowing. Lucifer smiles, and he uploads equalizer settings to the Nixon head unit. The car doesn't notice, but he is still at war with Lucifer over his new girl. Sarah says good song, and Garey turns up 101.1, which is Canada's all-new alternative rock station. It is Lazy Eye by the Silver Sun Pickups. Hi, welcome to the BridgePort Series, featuring Trailer Park Boys. Garey's son Jay recognizes the band and he thinks about what to call his band. He comes up with nothing, but he thinks of an album cover with a pair of socks on it. Sarah sings the song and Garey's wife gets in. The Cutlass becomes aroused by the girls and he repents to Garey. Garey doesn't notice and they pull out of his long driveway. They head to Bridgeport's. Lucifer pulls up behind Garey and he flashes his lights to say hello. "Fucking pig," Garey's Cutlass says, and he backfires black smoke at Lucifer. "My girl," he says, and he wonders what the new girl looks like. Lucifer smiles at the car and him and Miley follow Garey to Bridgeport's party. The two cars pull in and the men are setting up a badminton fence for sport. Leahy pulls up in an El Camino cruiser with a sheriff badge on the doors. His name is Crondo. Garey smiles at Bridgeport's success and he offers a few cases of beer for the party. Bridgeport licks his lips to the Canadian beer and Lucky tends to the baby chickens. He uses an eyedropper to feed them, and Lucky and his three boys, Perseus, Fever, and Jeffy, are the only one backgammon lets near them. Hi, Kane Michael, your host here, and welcome to the BridgePort Series, brought to you by Go Fuck Yourself Production Company and SwearNet.com. The party girls ooh and all over the chicks, but the Cutlass is not impressed. He says they look like a couple crunchy gummy worms. They were both identified by Lucky as male, and they set them up with a small feeder of minced grain. Bridgeport comes out with a wife beater on, and Lucy Lou checks her breath. She walks up to Bridgeport and she says, "I love a man that tends to his herd." Bridgeport has no idea this red-haired princess is into him, and he wonders where her boyfriend is at. She pinches Bridgeport's butt, and Bridgeport sees Ricky, so he laughs. "Nice try," Bridgeport says, and Lucy Lou becomes aroused by Bridgeport's butt. Ricky laughs hysterically inside his meat suit. Ricky sees the connection and he says, "Oh boy, this is going to be better than the local fair's arm wrestling contest." Garey is happy for Bridgeport and he brings him a bottle of Fuzzy Duck Shine. It comes in a black bag with a silver logo. Bridgeport thanks Garey and he takes it out of the bag. He takes a large swig. The crowd cheers Bridgeport. Leahy adjusts his old ham radio to surveil Ricky's conversations with Garey. He has Perseus assisting him, but they keep letting out a squelching noise. Hi, welcome to the BridgePort Series featuring Trailer Park Boys. This is brought to you by Go Fuck Yourself Production Company and SwearNet. This is page 6. Ricky isn't bothered by Leahy's surveillance and he goes over some business numbers from ongoing operations. Perseus feels bad, but he feels sorry for Mr. Leahy and his attempts to bust Ricky. Miley smiles as her dad hits the first badminton into play, and there are 6 girls on Lucifer's team. They are matched against Jay's team of locals. Lucifer is like grandpa to Jay, and Sarah is learning how to play. Miley finds Lucky sitting on an old wire reel, and she takes his hand. Lucky becomes aroused, and he looks for the sir. Miley says, "I got you today," and Lucky caresses Miley's soft skin. Ricky sees them, and he says, "It's time to see who won the contest." "All ears up," Ricky says, and then he thinks. "No, all ears to me," he says, and Perseus hands Ricky a microphone. Ricky says, "You ladies have found yourself here today, and you were not invited by accident. Each of you were given a ticket when you entered for a date with." The kids give him a drum roll, and Ricky draws a name from the pink cowboy hat. The name is Bridgeport. Lucy Lou starts screaming, and she comes up and gives Bridgeport a kiss. Hi, welcome to the BridgePort Series featuring Trailer Park Boys. I'm your host, Kane Michael, and here it goes. This is page 7. Bridgeport turns red and he wonders how he's going to clean up the mess from the party. He sees a group of boys from the park already on it. Thank God, he thinks, and he looks at Lucifer. Lucifer smiles as he hits the mitter in for a goal. Jay pulls out 2 rackets and he clacks them together. He taunts Lucifer, and Lucifer pulls off his Velcro shorts to reveal a yellow thong with a robin egg as the crotch. Jay laughs and Lucifer serves game point. Jay's girl steps in a dog turd and she misses the shot. Yuck, Jay thinks, and he nods at Lucifer in defeat. Bridgeport finds himself in his tool shed with the new girl, Lucy Lou, and she rubs on him. Bridgeport becomes aroused and he kisses Lucy on the lips, so Lucy goes straight for Bridgeport's belt. About that time, Bridgeport hears Adam Sent telling his stepdaughter that Bridgeport isn't bothered by her at the party. Bridgeport panics and he knocks over a weed whacker, which makes the door of the shed fly open. "Look at this bridgy fuck," Muppet says, and Lucy says, "I like bridges." Muppet lets out a whine and she says, "Where's my drink?" Adam smiles and Muppet joins the party. Hi, welcome to the BridgePort Series featuring Trailer Park Boys. This is a handy dandy. Hold on. This is Handy Dandy Pros Edition. The Cutlass radio had popped on and it entertains the group of parked cars on the lot. Jay stops at the car for a Gatorade and he assumes his dad turned on the gearhead station. The Cutlass smiles inside. Muppet takes a drink of her Irish lager and she sees Lucifer. She sees him with a group of girls, and she starts praying for bad things to happen to them. Miley hears her, and she laughs. She kisses the back of Lucky's neck, and she says she needs to check on something. Meanwhile, Ricky has a beer funnel out, and he is egging Bridgeport on. Bridgeport hadn't done a funnel in years. Muppet prays he will puke. Muppet sees a man handing out leaflets for her play, and it is Fisher Barnes. She's attracted to his large forearms, and she takes a leaflet. "You are going to be starring as Jipper?" Muppet asks, and she pinches the man's butt. The man becomes aroused, and he is in spandex shorts, so Muppet can see a large stallion of a cock. She swigs her drink, and she thanks God for the luck. Meanwhile, Bridgeport has second thoughts about the beer funnel, but Lucky gives him the thumbs up. Bridgeport nails the funnel, and he lets out a large burp. Bridgeport wins again. Alright, Kane Michael here, and you're in for the BridgePort Series. This is Fisher Barnes. This is Welcome to the World by T.I.
Yeah.
Boom boom bop, what's up, zippy dippy 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 the boom 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 bop, chicka 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 the boom balloon drop no logo, Sakido, some pay to pay, chicka 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 bam 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 bam, chicka chicka
But everybody else,
I would like to welcome to the world
Sego,
of
Shinkulo, boom balam balam bam, chicka 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 the logo, come beta beta julubo, Sengulo, Zango bam 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 bam, chicka 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 down logo,
good night, my dear.
Shiggy diggy 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 doo baloo, second day kitty kitty come baloo baloo, saku baloo, shang shang boogie boogie bondo goes on. Sicky diggy 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 doo Django, Shangulo, sicky diggy 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 doo Sunday.
The game out here chain out of fame, still shine, spend time with the girls up. Face map looking hard, trying hard in the club, looking for her real love. You won't find it here, all I got is hard digging conversation for you. I was just naive, lying when I say I love you. My mind saying it won't both, I just wanna fuck you. Her too, blowing loud, smelling like a bubble brush perfume. She coming home, me, she feeling me, her doom. She ain't saying I'm the greatest, gonna change her. The coldest and the hottest, call me December, June. Delivering euphoria straight to your room. I hit that ass and I wait, I zoom, make it rain, non-stop, coming on top, top spot, already filled up, no room. Thought I would put some people in your purse so soon. They're wrong, she is, I'm mistaken, she going tip, boom, never heard no such thing.
Shang shang boogie,
don't touch me, cool, just trust me, bro, it must be. Living my dreams, don't
Lop so quick,
you fake it, see you make it
one
must up. All the haters hate us, but the fame, but the pay, but the that's why I can't drop my name, the dangerous. Don't kick, cut you, can't go from in my world, fuck you, the dangerous. Don't kick, cut you, can't go from in my world. I would like to welcome you to the world of
Sicky diggy 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 lumbo cradle, Sango, sicky diggy 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 lumbo grando ajo, potato, pop, that lumbo, drop lumbo, chicky diggy 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 lumbo, shake lumbo, sicky diggy 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 lumbo, shake lumbo, sing boogie lumbo, sing lumbo, sicky diggy 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 lumbo, let me welcome you to the album that drop tight. Ticky 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 lock roll like ticky 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 down low. Sing low, big low, shake low, sing low, sing ticky 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 lumbo, dringa, ticky 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 lumbo, crando, cosmetics, kitty, bomb, dick low, ball, ticky ticky lumbo, shango, saglo, gaga,
shit, man. I never breathe it. Hold up, let me hit you with this. Rolling in the Bugatti with 4 chains. That's some foolishness. Yeah, that'll be the shit. They rather see a nigga locked up, why for stupid shit. Look at him, my nigga tips till his wing get out. Tip go in, wonder why a nigga wanna make the clip go in. Wonder why it's so hard when the kick go in. Oh, you hear my niggas' the system is made to make niggas fall, made to make niggas fail. Especially kicking ball, they don't take niggas well. You can't come through flying in the Bentley shining. I'm in the back, backseat driving, screaming on a nigga like I'm actually driving. Welcome to the world of fast money, fast cars, big diamond rings, seat chains, and the girls up. Fake shots, broken hearts, and if you looking for your real love, you won't find it here. If you looking for your real love, good night, my dear.
that crazy one. Diggy diggy diggy, that came Michael, boom, jigga baloo, siggy diggy 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 boom baloo, shaka gay baloo, sing go gay go boo, that boom 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 bop bop bop, shake 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 shake, bake boom boom boom, chop chop chop, ticky 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 the lop lop lop, pop 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 pop, that burn turn, ticky 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 the boom balloon pop below, sengulo. Drenga denga, diggy 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 diggy, lumbo, bam bam jiggy.
I'm late for my day with destiny. Let me go. Let me go. You gotta let me go. Right or wrong, let me go. I'm on my path. Let me go.
My mama love me more than I do. She say your pop was just like you, trapped in a vicious cycle. Jesus' youngest disciple. Tell the judge if he throw the book at me, make it the Bible. Start calling myself the king for lack of a better title. Lawyer beyond belief to my detriment. It's so vital. I change or blow opportunities like a choir recital. Now will I or not care who tell it? Meanwhile, selling powder puts food in the bellies. Well, it's unfortunate the orphanage couldn't keep up the mortgages. Kid go to school stupid, they teachers ignoring it. Sorta jet doom, forced them to be in the goon. Sell the cushion, the jar, Mexican guitar, and a balloon. Consumed with the same way of life I left. Everything I know now learned by myself. All you see is the wealth, the Maserati, it's Ferrari, so they don't sympathize. Don't nobody feel sorry, no mercy.
No mercy on me.
Standing and waiting, chanting and hating. Gospel say they should forgive me, they rather hand me to Satan. Blatant displays the day of hypocrisy. Boy, you got to be kidding. Could it be possibly second coming to pockets me? Remember that when he was here, and when he died, you realize you need him here. God with me, partner, ain't no one for me to fear. Hindsight 2020, future not as clear. But I'm a rider till I die, put bullets between my eyes. I just ask I can make my peace with God and say goodbye. Fuck up the world like Lady Di on the day he died. His wife and sons and daughters know that every day he tried to be a better person. All they wanted better verses, they could market to the merchants. But when they close curtains, hey, you could be for certain ain't nobody perfect. But when you're rich, nobody give a shit, no mercy.
No mercy for me. No crying myself to sleep. No mercy for me. Nightmares have become my dreams. No mercy for me. Good morning reality. Will I wake? We'll never know. I'm late for my day with destiny. Let me go.
What's that on that beat? Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 20s and them 50s chick. 100 deep, VIP, no guest list. TT raw, you don't know who you with. Got my other chick, hugging on my other chick. Hugging all night, nigga, we ain't sell a bit. Damn, too dope, I ain't selling it. But I'm fresher than a peppermint. Go Letterman's last king killing it. Young money, yeah, we getting rich. Got your grandma on my girl, you know what it is. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 20s and the 50s chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 20s and the 50s chick. I'm a motherfucking star. Look at the paint on the car. Too much rim, make the ride too hard. Tell that chick hop out, walk the boulevard. I need my money pronto. Get it in the morning like Alonzo. Rondo, green got cheese like a nacho. If you ain't got no ass, wear a poncho. Head honcho, got my seat back. Staring at me, don't get back. Got my shirt off, the club 2-pack. It's 2-turn going up like gas. Goddamn, pull out my rags. Mike Jackson, yeah I'm bad. Rat tat tatted up in my bag. All the girls love me, you know what it is. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 20s and the 50s chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 20s and the 50s chick. Throwing hundreds. Throwing hundreds. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Hundreds. Throwing hundreds. Rack City chick, rack city chick. 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 10, 20s and the 50s chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 20s and the 50s chick. Rack City chick, rack city 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 chick.
WBCN, who's this?
Hey, this is Brad.
Now, who's your favorite artist? Who do you want to hear?
Well, my favorite artist right now is Fat Boy Slim. That guy kicks ass.
How tremendous is Fat Boy Slim?
The band of the 90s, if you want to call it a band, because it's a one-man name.
Wow. Fat Boy, and you want to hear that new Fat Boy song?
Absolutely.
Which one?
It's Funk Soul Brother. Check it out.
Sing it. I don't know which one.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother.
There's always room in life for this. And close my world and never open up to anything that could get me at all. I had to close down everything. I had to close down my mind. Too many things caught me. Too much could make me blind. I've seen so much in so many places, so many heartaches, so many faces, so many dirty things you couldn't even believe. I would stand in line for this. Always good in life for this.